Hello everybody.
Everyone.
Sorry we're a little bit late. Who's introducing me or you, Polly? Sorry we are late, everybody. We had a few technical problems, so we've just been sitting here chit-chatting behind the scenes. But we're here now. So welcome and thank you for joining us on the Sunday sofa with me, Jane Morton, and the lovely
Polly Harnett
and
Sarah Andrews.
There we go. How exciting is that?
Very.
So we will do a few hellos, and I hope you're sharing and liking. We might not do a few hellos if there's no one watching us. And if you are watching us, please like and share, and then we will start talking about our topic this week, which is about... Yeah, it's all right. It's all right, Mr. P's rabbiting in my ear again. We will be talking today about time travel. What era would you like to travel back to, or would you like to go forward and see what's going to happen? So we're going to keep it nice and light and fun, we hope, today. So, who we got, Mr. Pete?
Well, I'd like to say quickly hello to my brother at home and Anita and little Jasmine and Charlie, who are hopefully going to watch today.
Oh, that's lovely.
Hello, Polly's family. I'm
Yeah.
not repeating all their names.
Right, now I've twisted my mobile round. I've got to work out where the camera is. So if I prod, it's there, yeah.
See what I said, people, about technical problems? I don't know.
Honestly.
So, who we got, Mr. P? Anyone? Should we go back to chatting behind the scenes? Hello, four. Is that four? Yep. Hello, Four Roberts. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Kathleen Boyle.
Hello, Rebecca Jane. Afternoon all.
Hello, Paula. Not saying that. Thank you for
Don't
sharing,
blame you.
Paula.
Lovely name you have.
Love your name, Paula. Thank you for sharing, but I'm not pronouncing it.
Hi, Kayla Jenkins. I'm in New Zealand, times 3:30 a.m. Monday
Oh,
morning.
my.
Wow.
Either that's commitment to us or she can't sleep.
Polly
Yeah.
knows what 3:30 is like, don't you,
Oh,
Polly?
I do. I've been up since that time.
Bless her. Lizzie, busy, bright. Oh, what a gorgeous, gorgeous name. Hey, ladies, lovely to see you all. Oh, and she's commented already, back to the 70s, please. Can you tell us why, Lizzie? Why the 70s?
Hello, lovely Sam O'Neill.
You sounded a little bit like that guy off Del Boy then, that Marley.
Well, Molly. It's a lovely Sam O'Neill, Molly.
Hi, Margaret Hughes from Birmingham.
Stacey, hello.
Stacey's a
Pretty
cat.
there. Really pretty cat.
Hello, Joanne Lewis.
We're looking fantastic. Or is that just Sarah?
Oh,
Is that just Sarah looking
Joanne.
fantastic?
No, stop yourself.
All of us.
Stop it. Gorgeous ladies.
That's you, Polly.
Hi, Lacey Reed.
If Polly hesitates, people, it's because she hasn't got her reading glasses on.
No, I put a very small comment box. That's why.
Oh my goodness. Carrie Henderley is from I can't say that word.
Ohio.
Ohio.
I can't say it either.
11:25. My goodness.
That's a bit better than 3:30.
Yeah, that is slightly better.
Hello, Kelly McKeaton. Was it
Love
Kelly
to-
Richard that you had on the Life of Spirit last week? Oh, well done, Kelly. I did think I'd seen that mentioned.
Hello,
Well
Margaret
done.
Hughes.
Oh, okay. Is that a who? Pooja. Hello, everyone. Oh, I love the hearts. Love hearts. Love it.
Hello, Tony Wright.
Hi, Lacey. Back to the 80s. Bit of what was it called? New romantic.
New romantic.
New romantic.
Electric.
Yeah. Our
Early
era, Polly.
80s. Yeah, definitely.
I would only been about 10 or 11.
Don't forget to tell us why. Don't forget to tell us why, everyone.
Hi,
Why?
Jade Fleming.
Hi, Tim Abbott.
Oh, from Switzerland. Wow.
Do you know what,
Polly,
Tim?
you're going to read that one out?
I'll read that one out because I'm going to go with Tim. So, Tim, you're joining us from Switzerland, and I do know you often go over there for work. So, thank you for tuning in. You say you want to go back to 1910 and sit and have a cup of tea with Arthur Conan Doyle. And do you know what? I'd like to be sat there eating the cake behind you, because I think that would be quite fascinating, actually. We've got Arthur Conan Doyle stuff around Portsmouth, haven't we? Where he lived, yeah. So, but I was a massive Sherlock Holmes. I love all that sort of thing anyway. So no, that would really be interesting. Plus, we all know he had a massive interest in the spiritual world. Well, if you didn't, I've just told you. And Tim obviously does know that, but he was very interested in the spiritual world.
I will tell you something funny just quickly. We've talked, and this is nothing to do with our topic, but I have to say it. I went to well, it was actually a physical mediumship sort of week, right, back in the day, and so it was sort of trance and physical mediumship, and it was quite interesting, right, when you watch a trance medium, because you know, sometimes, I'm not saying they are or aren't, but claim to be, you know, channeling somebody famous, and the funny thing was that about 7 people in the whole group channeled him, apparently. And I was sort of sitting there like, that's all I will say.
Wow, never mind. But anyway, I'm still with Tim on that one.
Bernie Garrigan. I'm 100% with you on this one. I would love to go back when Elvis was alive and see him perform in concert. Yeah.
Me
and he
too.
spanned so many eras, didn't he, as well? Yeah, gorgeous.
Yeah, in his prime, not in the later days.
Not in the 70s.
Because like the later days is when you get like a tribute to Elvis, it's always in the later days, isn't it? You know, when he's wearing that white gear and he looks
the white
looks like looks like they've really like pulled him into it, doing him no favours at all.
Yeah, like a man's camel toe sort of thing.
He was still an excellent singer, though. Still an excellent singer. I loved him. He was my first pin-up ever on my bedroom wall. So
was he?
Yeah, he was. I cried my eyes out when he died.
Oh, mine was the Police and Blondie.
No, Elvis all day long. He was first up and he stayed for many, many years.
Yeah, my pin-ups were Brat Pack.
Hi, Stay Sure.
The Brat Pack. Brat Pack, that was what they were called, wasn't it? Brat Pack.
Brat
Tom
was
Cruise
early.
and,
Brat Pack was
I think all their names.
What's his name?
One with the blue eyes.
The brothers.
I've forgotten his name.
The 3 brothers. No, that's the Rat Pack.
Yeah, that's before. That's Rat Pack.
She's on about the Brat Pack that was made famous for St. Elmo's Fire.
I'm going blank on their names.
It was Martin Sheen's children.
Oh.
Rob Lowe,
that's the one. Rob Lowe. That's the
now
one.
plays. Does he not play Iron Man? No, he doesn't. Who plays Iron Man?
I've heard of the people, but I have not. Jade Fleming says mine was a Duran Duran pin-up.
Yeah.
Wham. I was very lucky to. I was a Wham fan, but I was very lucky to see Duran Duran as well as Wham. So Wham.
And then off piece here, haven't we?
Hi, Charlie. Hello, Charlie. Before we get too carried away, we'll get these hellos out.
I'm so tired. I've gone off on one today. I apologise now.
Go on, Polly.
Hi, Katie Phelan. Free reading, just wondering, perfect moment. You have to contribute to our chat to be in for a chance of getting a free reading. You have to work for your reading on this show.
We should have a catchphrase, shouldn't we? Do you know, like, what's that one that Bruce Forsyth used to do it? You've got to be in it to win it and all that sort of thing. We need a little catchphrase, don't we?
Yeah. Don't.
You need to comment.
What will Polly will come up with?
You need to comment to. I don't know. Nothing rhymes with comment.
You,
think we'll have to put some thought to
we're
that
going
one.
to put something together. We'll be back with that in a fortnight.
Yeah.
Sam's put boy zone. I love you, Sam. I love Sarah, but you're both now showing that me and Polly are much older because
Yeah.
Much older. You're not. You're not.
boy zone. I swear I was having my first child by then.
Yeah. Sam is a lot younger. Not. Yeah, I'd like to say I was, but I'm not.
AJ.
Right. Okay. Lizzie
MJ.
Busy, you're back. MJ,
Jay,
Michael
amazing.
Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm presuming you mean Michael Jackson. You must be
Helios.
meaning
I
Michael
thought
Jackson.
it was 7 p.m. for some reason. Lol. Hello, ladies. How are you all today? We are super duper Helios.
Please don't say it's 7 o'clock at night. No.
We've lost the plot, Helios. We've gone straight off
I've
track.
got a bit la today.
So if anyone's just joined us, like Helios, we are going to be talking about where you would like to travel back to in time, which era you would like to go back to, and if you want to go forward. And in that, if we get a really good sort of question and people chatting, we will of course offer a reading, but we don't throw them out for nothing, people.
Oh,
you
Charlie,
don't get,
that's a really lovely
you don't get
comment.
nothing in this
You
game.
don't get nothing in this game. Two makes a pair and all that. So anyway, we actually think we are chat show hosts now.
And what is a hot spot not?
We'll be in it to win it.
Charlie, what's that? Charlie said we've got fabulous energy. Thank you for that.
Aw,
Thank
thank
you,
you,
Charlie.
High five.
Well,
Lovely.
we got to laugh, haven't we? We said we wanted something to lift it up a bit, make it a little bit more fun today.
You lift me
you know,
up.
A lot of people, for whatever reason this week, are feeling it, and obviously, with the seasons tomorrow, so we're just lifting it up to keep everyone happy.
Stace, I'm with you. I so fancied Martin Kemp. Oh,
No.
and I met Martin Kemp when I worked in a nightclub. Ooh, get you.
Ooh.
Which one did he marry?
Shirley.
Shirley. Oh yeah, Martin's the dark one, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
There was Pepsi and Shirley.
Yeah. Love Spandau Ballet. Love Spandau Ballet. Hi, Margaret. Let's say hello to Margaret because we haven't even said hello to Paul. Margaret.
I have.
Hi,
Margaret.
You?
Yeah,
did you do it separate to us?
Era as a ghost. Ooh.
Why as a ghost, Margaret? Let us know why you've chosen.
Because then she could be the white lady walking through the stairway and things like that.
Do you know, I've got like split with like eras, because when I was thinking about it, I know what my final decision is, but I like the medieval times. But then I was thinking I'd have to be like royalty or something, because the medieval times, if you were poor, was awful.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to be around then. I'd have to be a princess or something.
So I said to the ladies earlier in our little chat we have, I actually love Victorian. I've always been drawn to Victorian. One of my favourite houses ever that I lived in was Victorian, and I was only the fourth owner in it, so it still had its original features. So I just put a modern twist on it. But I've always been drawn to Tudor times, which has still had that medievally sort of going on. And my guide is from Tudor times as well, which explains why I've always been intrigued by it as a child.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought Jane was born in the Tudor times.
Don't I look wow?
Gloves
don't I look wow all those centuries? To think it's my birthday this week and I look so wow, don't I?
You look amazing.
Look amazing.
Jade,
300 centuries old.
I'm trying to get it back. Okay, so we've got Keith. We've got medieval times are now, darlings. Okay, so wow.
Well, medieval from when we exist now, I think we were talking about.
Sorry, people. So
Gosh,
with
Richard
Mr. P's talking to us in our ear. So can I just say this out loud, Richard? You're saying that somewhere in time they actually just moved forward 300 years and we lost 300 years. So
why?
Where's this recorded? Because I do like to see my facts.
Gosh, can you remember all that, Jane?
So it's just, apparently it's online, people, if you want to look that up, but we have moved 300 years forward at one point around the Roman times, and it was all to do with Christianity, and always makes me laugh that there's always something involved around religion somewhere along the line sometimes, and changes are done. And is that the same time then that they decided to lose the 13th astrology sign? Yeah, because I do know that they literally removed the 13th month, and that's why we've only got 12 signs. Yeah, it should be 13 months in a year, not 12. So that'd be interesting if it ties in. That much I did know.
Francis Delaney has said Edwardian 1912, love from Ireland.
Oh, Edwardian times. Yeah. Do you know what I was going to say, as like linked in with what you were saying, Jane, about the Victorian times? And for me, a lot of it's to do with like etiquette. And
sorry, Sarah, I'm reading Charlie's. I'm reading Charlie's comment. Sorry, Sarah. Charlie's just said, I've just got an image of Charlie's Angels in my head, and you guys are getting orders from Charlie.
I think we possibly are.
Should we start?
I always like Jacqueline Smith, so I'm happy to take her. No, sorry, Charlie, but I had to read that out. Go on, Sarah. Sorry.
So I was going to say, for me, it's like etiquette, and also like the clothes. So that's medieval times. I love, like, just because I'm a very feminine girly girl. If I go out, I like wearing dresses. So for me, my ultimate would be the 50s, because I just love all the 50s. And even the men, they wore suits and ties, and I just miss all of that now. It's like when you go out, you look around and everyone's just in joggers and t-shirts.
But to be fair, I mean, I think your 50s thing probably ties in with your dancing as well. Your love of dancing.
Yeah, it does. And the music.
But there's people, I mean, I can remember this. I'm not that old, really. I can remember even in the 80s, we would dress up. Even if we wore trousers, we wore very, like, satiny trousers. We had very elaborate, we were saying earlier, new romantic shirts. We looked like we'd gone out. We put over.
Made an effort.
I used to make some of my own stuff. I used to run it up the sewing machine, the cheaper chips. Yeah, but we'd have our little winker picker shoes or our pointed court shoes. And men did still wear trousers and shirts when they went out. Yeah. They were still sort of wearing them in the 90s, but somewhere in that 90s raving, it did.
Well, I think if we went to a nightclub, you couldn't wear jeans, you couldn't wear trainers, you were not allowed in.
No.
Unless you're a girl and wearing hot pants.
Yeah.
So no, I think it's nice to see men dressed up, but even at weddings now, you'd be surprised how many people don't even make the effort at a wedding, or don't feel they need to. Funerals are the same. People don't really dress up, and lots of them now.
It's a shame, isn't it?
I think it is. I think the traditional side is personal choice, and I think tradition has started to go. But I think people pick colours now, don't they? Because they want to brighten the occasion as well. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
I've got no problem with that, because that's a celebration of life.
And
colour, no problem.
But maybe history always repeats itself. Costumes repeat itself. Music repeats itself slightly. Maybe that will come back, and there'll be an era where men will start dressing up again. Women will start dressing up again. Who knows? We will have to wait and see.
Oh, Lizzie Busy. I got that the wrong way around. Lizzie Busy Bright. Oh God, yes, Saturday Night Fever. Yes, the movie E.T.
E.T. And
I think it was the 70s, wasn't it?
E.T. was early 80s. E.T.
Was it 80s?
Yeah, I thought it was.
Saturday Night Fever. Oh, I liked a bit of that.
Yeah, loved a bit of Night Fever.
Start moving now.
You couldn't actually watch Saturday Night Fever unless you were
people.
If you weren't over 18, if you were over 18, you could watch Saturday Night Fever, but you could watch Grease, because they came out at very close similar sort of times. But you couldn't watch Saturday Night Fever.
Really?
They said it wasn't. They said it wasn't appropriate for younger teenagers. Straight there, watch it. Probably looking back, the content they just didn't agree with at the time. But that's again, barriers have moved, don't they? Things that have never been acceptable have moved forward, which is what I think I quite like about the medieval and the Victorian times, because there was still quite a lot of
Well, you just go and rock up and watch
things.
somebody have their head cut off, couldn't you? Really?
Oh, Diane, I love that comment.
Just popping down to see so and so get his head cut off because he's been playing up again.
Yeah, or have their hand cut
I'll
off.
come back and do your tea later.
Yeah.
Diane Burston, I love it. She's put any era where the men wear trousers that fit and not showing their pants, etc. Oh my goodness, my teenage daughter's boyfriend, you know, he laughs at me because he comes in and I just like grab his waist of his jeans and yank them up every time.
You give him a wedgie?
Well, no, because there's nowhere near that. It's like back to where they normally should be.
They are
So
horrible.
I'm with you on that, Diane.
But it's the way the jeans are
100%.
made, isn't it? It's the way the jeans are made. Have we got any other unusual questions on there, Mr. P? Anyone's putting anything on?
Any particular eras?
Can I go back to Tim Abbott, please? Is Tim still there? Tim, are you still there? Because when Jane, when you were kind of talking to him, talking about the Arthur Conan Boyle bit, it was, I don't know, that I was told cat. I don't know if that means for me, I'm trying to work out whether it's a message about a cat, Tim, whether there's been, because I felt like a bit of concern connected with it, and I don't know if it's to do with your individuality, because cats for me can mean, you know, you're being an individual and being independent, so it's either that or it's actually a cat that there's concern about. But also there was something about caring for others, and there was it was just a general concern. And I've just pulled you a card. I've got the Ring of Fire in the can you see that way, isn't it? There's the camera. Okay, leap of faith. So this is believe in your convictions, Tim, whatever the situation for you at the moment, that if any of what I've just said is resonating, please let me know if you're there, and you can. But if any of that's resonating, just have some faith in yourself, because it feels like you're worried and concerned about other people and a situation concerning, and it's about your care for them, and it might even be like looking after someone and caring for them from that kind of point of view. But it's believe in yourself, listen to your heart, and do what gives you joy. But it's definitely the leap of faith of your convictions. Stand by your convictions of whatever it is that is kind of going on for you at the moment. So I hope that resonates for you, Tim.
I do know, and I'm sure Tim might be saying, because I actually see it when I was flicking through Facebook yesterday at different things. Tim has just gone back. He's going back as a tutor, I believe, at the Arthur Findlay College.
Oh,
and he's been away for it for some years, so that might be the leap of faith, because he's got to have. Although he's very pleased he's going back, he's obviously going to feel a little bit, maybe needs a bit of a boost to go back and do that.
Fabulous.
So
thanks, Jane.
Just to let you know, Sarah, I do know that much has happened in his life recently.
Yeah,
so.
thank you.
Right. Wendy Lindsay.
Oh,
Loved men's eyeliner. Had the mouth on EastEnders. Love. He does wear eyeliner, don't he, on EastEnders? You're right, Wendy. I think that as well. Bet he didn't do that when he worked at Butlins. What else?
I don't watch it anymore. Oh, because of the sex scenes. What is that in Saturday Night Fever? Is that when we're talking about that?
Which are probably not actually that bad if you went back and rewatched it, but it would have been in its day, because I think Saturday Night Fever was mid-70s, wasn't it, Mr. P? Mid-70s. Oh, you weren't around, were you then? That's what he always tells us. I think it was early sort of mid-70s. So
same year as the Queen's Jubilee.
Same year as Elvis Presley. Yeah.
Gosh, lots
Grease
going
came
on,
out, I think, the year later. Yeah. Look at me, I know my 70s films. I was dressing up like an 18-year-old when I was 11. The card's just literally thrown itself at the floor. I think it's for Charlie. Hang on. Literally just jumped off the table. Charlie, I'm going to give you this to you. It's 3 of Wands, because it's come out. We're talking to you, so I'm going to give it to you. Oh, Charlie. Is it Charlie or Char? Is it Charlie or?
Oh yeah, there's no R in it, is there?
Oh, it's Callie.
Callie. Oh,
Oh,
bless
I'm
her. We've been calling you
sorry.
Charlie.
Well, especially when she said we were angels, it would probably be PG nowadays. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. When I picked this card up off the floor, very awkwardly, I may add, I got a feeling that you're trying to make a decision about something. There's a couple of options on the table for you at the moment, and you're not sure. I want to say you're not even wanting to take either of the options. You're turning your back on it a little bit. You're sort of brushing it off and pretending it's not going to happen. But I am getting told you do need to actually face that head on and make a decision one way or the other. Neither are bad options, but you can't keep burying your head in the sand, because I am getting a feeling that you're not facing something head on. I'm not getting a massive feeling it's something bad, so I'm going to say it is a decision that's going to affect how you do things day to day. But don't keep pretending it's going to go away or you'll deal with it later. You need to actually face that now. And also, why am I getting canoe boats around you? I'm seeing someone on one of those. Is it this new thing that everyone's doing, like a paddle boat or paddle board? I'm getting someone around you in a sort of a lakey environment on a canoe boat. Just thought I'd give you that charge. Callie, sorry. I'm going to call her Charlie. I'm going to call her that now all through the show anyway, because that's we're our angels. We're our angels, Mr. P.
And talking about angels.
Shaylee. She's
Shaylee. We're totally off.
Oh.
Now we know.
Thank you, Shaylee. Can I just say as well, Shaylee, you've got Archangel Gabriel around you at the moment, which would make perfect sense with what James just said about creating the world around you that you need. She's also about self-communication. Okay, all right. So call Archangel Gabriel in to help you with your self-communication. Be honest with yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Oh, well, you're very welcome.
I haven't shared what era I'd like to go back to.
No.
Go on then. We forgot about you.
I would like to go back to the era of World War II.
Wow.
Because I am like weirdly fascinated by it. Like if there's a film on, like an old black and white film or whatever, I have to watch it. It's like, I don't know why. It's like not because I want to be in a war, but then at the same time, I feel like even though it must have been a very, sorry, my cat's trashing the joint. Even though it must have been a very, very quick, possibly previous life, I do feel like I've lived it. Not World War One, World War Two. I feel like for some reason, I just feel like I've lived it. Does that make sense? But that would be a very. But I'd like to go back to it because I'm fascinated by it, and so I'd like to go back to it to see what life I led in it, if that was a thing.
Have you not considered trancing and asking?
Yeah, past regression.
Well, I've never had a past life regression. Only one in a group, and this lady snored all the way through it, and it put me off, so I couldn't go. I couldn't get into that trance state because this lady was like a tractor, and nobody stopped her and woke her up. I was like, for Christ's sake!
Oh dear me.
I do think one of the reasons we are drawn to it, like me with the medieval, obviously it was because of my guide. And I think the Victorian, again, when I've been regressed, I apparently was a mother superior in Victorian times.
Really?
Do you know what?
I was very hard to believe.
Yeah.
Even me.
I was thinking, along the stern kind of Victorian governess.
I've been many things, but no, in my Victorian era, I was a mother superior.
Really?
And I actually helped people. We had some sort of secret tunnel or something in this church, and I was helping people behind it. So whether I was helping people who were being followed or chased or people, I don't know, but that's the only time in regression that I actually was in Victorian times. But I have always had a fascination with, I suppose, the period of the houses. I've always loved the houses. But then I love Tudor houses.
Tudor houses are absolutely stunning. I have to say.
I'm just laughing at Frances Delaney. She's saying to us, underwear, medieval and Edwardian times, the body bath would have been so time consuming to lace up.
Oh yeah.
Yes, definitely. I wore an actual corset type in my second wedding, I had a 2-piece outfit that looked like a dress, and the top bit was a corset, so it had to be all laced up. Oh my God, it was awful. And then when I needed it undone because I felt like I couldn't breathe, when my friend actually tried to do it back up, she put her foot on my back, and I swear they didn't do this in them days, and literally pulled all the strings in. I looked like Now Gwyn at the end of it. That's all I'm saying, people, because it was a bit too tight, and I literally couldn't breathe. I was going white. I could actually feel the colour drain, and I was going to undo it. So how they wore that day in and day out, I don't know, but
I've got
kept their figures in place.
I've got a card for Francis. It's Stand Your Ground. There. Okay. So Stand Your Ground basically means what it says. Does what it says on the tin. Francis, it's really important that if somebody is like trying to override you at the moment, or you're compromising a little bit too much, it's time to sort of say no. Okay, obviously it's your life, you can do whatever you like, but this is just saying you've got to it just feels like things are sort of, let's say, passing you by, opportunities are passing you by, because other people are either getting in the way, other people are getting there first. All right, and this is a time for you to have your confidence and start speaking up, not being rude to anyone, not being blunt or anything like that, but just standing up for yourself and what it is you want for a change. Okay, I always feel like you feel, yeah, like you've just either lost a little bit of confidence, or just everybody else is quite overpowering around you, or somebody's being very overpowering around you. This is a time to get what you want. Okay, now if it's something to do with work, or a situation around work or money or finances, this is a time to stand up for it and go for it. Okay, just, you know, anybody else around you is going to do the same. Anybody else that wants what you've got basically are going to go for it. So this is saying it's about time you did. There's another card that came out there, which is Rejoice in Celebration. So this card is saying to me, literally, if you go for it, it's a very high chance you're going to get it. Time to start celebrating. I see you celebrating with a group of people as well. So some sort of teamwork coming in there with this. All right. Good time just to, like I said, put on your big girl pants and go for it, Francis. Go, girl.
Francis, I don't know if you've got children, but I feel this could be connected. If you do, it's like with a male, and it's like a son as well, about standing your ground. That I kept, when Polly was talking about it, then it kept drawing me to the to that sort of feeling. So yeah. Don't know if you can let us know.
Yeah, I got breathe. Someone's saying she needs to, and you know, when some count to 10 and breathe is what someone's almost saying to me. So maybe is around a child. Also, again, random. I can keep seeing 2 big black birds that keep appearing outside your property. I don't know if you've noticed that, or whether that's something you're familiar with, but I'm getting told there's 2 big black birds that keep sitting outside your property. Can you pay attention to them, please? I do come out with some rubbish, people, but I've just got to say it.
It's not rubbish, Jane.
I'm joking. They tell you to say it, you got to say it. But yeah, and I do get random stuff in my head.
Oh, lovely, Joanne. I'd like to go back to the Egyptian time. Love the way they dance. Yeah, do you mean ancient Egyptian time, Joanne? Is that what you mean? But yeah, just gorgeous. Ancient Greece is where I'd like to go, because I've been told I've got connections there in a past life in ancient Greece. So yeah, it's all just all that, those sorts of eras, just mystical, aren't they? Just gorgeous.
I just think the Egyptians, even in the deserts, all that sort of thing. I think they've just had that mystical way about them. Lots of jewels and stuff, lots of mystical stuff.
Shaylee's just put, I can't, no, it's gone. Can we go back one, Mr. P? So I just looked up Archangel Gabriel, and he is the messenger of God. Learning this information, your messages make complete sense. Need to make the choice to start using my abilities to help people. Go, girl.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's interesting.
His name actually means he who's like God. And he is about communication. Sorry, Gabriel, that's Michael. Oh gosh, yeah, no, Gabriel is about self communication and self communication and creation. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, go for it.
Kathy Littlewood.
Really, really important.
Kathy Littlewood says, all three of you ladies are amazing. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you,
Aw,
Kathy.
Thank you.
I did see as well that Shaylee put she would like to go back to Atlantis.
Oh, I've got
Ooh.
connections there. I know I have.
I mean, a lot of people still don't believe that existed. Even spiritual people are not 100% sure whether that existed. I think it'd be interesting if you could to just go and actually see if it did. That would be my fascination there.
Yeah,
Let's go and see it.
But when you
I've actually got Lemirian Crystal on the table today.
Yeah.
And that is believed to have come from Atlantis.
I've got a little bit of Lemurian.
Because if you've got peace, Polly, it's actually barcoded all the way down.
Okay.
If no matter how big a piece you've got, you put it in the light, you can actually see barcoding all the way down it, like the barcodes you see on things in now in the shops. And they say that's because everything was like a computer years ago in that technology way, but everything disappeared with Atlantis. So it would be interesting to see if it did exist.
Yeah, but would you not be really gutted if you got there and it wasn't?
Well, but I can't, still a Virgo, and I still need the logic and the understanding as well as my spiritual side. So my jury's out, because I don't think, although there's no evidence as such, at the same time, I'd like to believe it did exist. I know Mr. P, we've had this conversation, he's a bit of a, he's probably got his thumbs down, that's why he's staying quiet.
It's never something that is really like appealed me to look into, really.
The fascination of what comes behind it, I think it did. And also because we are Rahani practitioners, if you actually went into the history of Rahani, it did exist many years before. And Rahani comes from Egyptian sun god, but there's a connection to Atlantis. So I think it's more because of what we do. I like to know what was going on beforehand. Probably, yeah. I did just see Christine Davis put up about King Arthur.
King Arthur, that would be amazing.
I was very lucky to go to Cornwall the other week and see Tintagel Castle again for the second time.
Awesome.
And because I was bored yesterday because I felt a little bit tired with my leg, I watched King Arthur film, one of the newer versions. Bit corny in a typical sort of action-packed film now. It's all a bit too much. But I must admit, I still enjoyed watching it and seeing all the castle and everything. So, yeah. I think, to be honest, I just like a time capsule and keep going back to everywhere.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that I've not really been. I don't like period dramas. They're really not my thing at all. I find them really, really twee. But I just find that's how I find them. They're not really me at all. But it's not because I think it's really bad. It's just not my thing. Like, I'm the war film sort of person.
Yeah, that's probably because you said you're intrigued with the Second World War. So I wouldn't particularly want to watch a war film.
Yeah, I'd love
it. Shows, but I love medieval stuff. I don't like necessarily period dramas in series. They can get a little bit tedious, but I do like a good period drama film. And I do like medieval stuff. And I'm watching that new thing, House of Dragons, at the moment. I love anything medieval and mystical and dragony and Merlinly.
It is that magical mystery, isn't it?
I mean, I'd have to go back to King Arthur, wouldn't I, Polly? Because I've tranced as Merlin.
Oh yeah.
So I'd have to, wouldn't I, to just check it is Merlin.
I keep getting attracted to Wendy Lindsay.
Oh, I don't think her husband's going to be very happy.
Not like that, Wendy. I'm not that kind of girl. However, I will pull you a card. Right, okay. But she is very lovely. Oh. Right, hang on. Right, okay, you got Triumph flew out. However, just before that, when I was looking at your name, Wendy, it feels like somebody has been a little bit of a pain around you, okay? Showing their true colours, I'm going to be honest with you. Because the other card that came out was Light, which is another very positive card. And I feel like there's a situation or a person, now this hasn't happened yet, I just want to say be aware, where, you know, when you think you know people, you think, you know, somebody's sort of all right, you think somebody's like a friend, there's just somebody that is cropping up that doesn't feel like they're maybe as honest or sincere as they like to portray. Okay, Wendy. Now, you being the lovely light worker that you are, I just see you sort of getting a bit disappointed about it and just sort of brushing it away, okay, which is a really good way of dealing with anything, like we know. But it is just something where you might feel disappointed over somebody or disappointed over somebody's actions, and it's time. We always say, don't we, that, well, I always say, in my little brain, it's like you get 3 strikes and you're out. That's how I am. That's how I work. You know, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt twice, but the number 3, see ya.
That's me.
You know?
Yeah, that's me.
And so, yeah, very similar. It seems we're living very parallel lives.
Me and Polly have just found out we're twins.
We do.
I live in the same life.
With the same relatives.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's really strange how I'm seeing it. But it's like, this is the saying, whatever happens, there's triumph and light that comes out of it. And I want to say, if somebody's trying to get you involved in something, so involved in some sort of project, they might just be wanting your input for who you are. All right. But there's definitely a feeling here that once you see it, which you will, that it's no great shakes. You know, once they're gone, they're gone. And whatever project is going up for you is going to be more successful than it would have been if you'd have been working with this person, or it's like your own successes. All right, Wendy, and I see your own successes are getting better and better. There's definitely a venue or something that you're going to be invited to, or you're going to be going back to as well, Wendy, which I feel really exciting. And something quite regular, or somebody wanting you back to a venue or the same venue, and everything's going to sort of work out really nicely, in fact, better than you thought.
Sorry, Jane.
It's only because I'm looking at a comment.
Quick one. Archangel Michael was connecting with me quite a lot then when Polly was talking, and he's very much connected with cutting cords as well, Wendy, which would make sense with what Polly was saying about moving away from somebody, cutting that connection with somebody. But I was just told it's time to do it. So if you've had a decision, or if you've got something presented to you, it's time to do it.
Yeah, it might not even make sense yet, but it was really strong.
Well, mine probably definitely isn't going to make sense, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm reading your comment, Wendy, Victorian and the steam age. Now, I know steam, there was a lot of steam stuff in trains and things, but did you mean to write stone? Because I want to turn it to stone. It's telling me it should be stone age, because I'm getting shown some kind of stone monument. It's like a half crest moon. I feel like it's a seat, but I'm not 100% sure, and it's sat back somewhere. I feel like someone goes and sits there to reflect on things, or just have some time out. I don't know if this is something you've got in your garden, that someone is showing it to me. They're showing me you sat on it, and I feel like they're telling me it's a connection, that they know you're doing it and they are listening. And in the Victorian bit, I was getting, is there someone in your family that's actually got, is it the Victoria Cross? Am I right? I'm not very good with military stuff. What is it? But I'm getting shown some kind of medal. Is it the Victoria Cross?
Yeah, my granddad had one.
Right, I don't know then if that's the relative that's watching you that's held that medal, but someone is over. Excuse me. Here I go. I'm going to start talking like him. Someone is watching you, and you are. It's like a stone. It's very heavy. It's very solidy, marbly looking, but it's telling me it's stone. It's solid, and it's like a half moon shape, crescent moon shape. So let me know if that makes any sense, Wendy. I feel that is you sat on it though, and this person is watching you, just to let you know they are listening. But you know that anyway, because you are very much like us. And I bet that person that's getting in her ears, Mr. P, isn't it? I'm joking, Richard.
Cut cords, Wendy, cut cords.
Cut cords. Ignore him like we all do.
This cord.
Throw your crystal ball at him next time. Who else have we got, Mr. P? Paula.
Just wondering how I can get a reading shared, tagged and liked. Basically, Paula, we ask for you to comment or get involved in our conversation today, and the ones that grab us by the short and curly gets the readings.
Thank you for tagging and sharing, though. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, thanks, Kayla.
Hayley Jenkins. Wow, it's amazing how you ladies can. Oh, thank you.
I will just give Paula something, actually, because I've just been given it.
Yeah, the one lady
that's asked how she gets a reading, and she has shared and liked. So I will. I've not recognised her name, actually, so I don't know if she's new to the channel. Yeah, I'm going to say, someone's just said, can you just let her know? I feel that there's been, you've been keeping yourself to yourself a lot lately. You're not, you may look on the outside like you're doing okay, but there's a lot of, I'm getting the Hermit, the tarot card, the Hermit. So I'm getting shown that you're keeping yourself to yourself quite a bit, feeling scared because I'm not young. Okay, that's going to make sense to this then. They're telling me, don't do that. Don't worry about that. Set some small tasks, some small goals. Because I don't know if you're, I'm not going to say agoraphobic, but I'm starting to feel that there are times that you'd rather stay in than go out, or there's times you would avoid having to socialise. You're only doing what you have to do. And I am getting shown the tarot card, the Hermit, and I haven't even actually picked a card yet, so that's quite random. I just want to say, don't worry, don't let things get on top of you. It is hard sometimes when we get in that state, but they're telling me you are being watched over. There's an older woman, I'm getting a smell of, this is weird, beef stew and dumplings. So I don't know if that's going to make any sense to you at all, but I'm getting a much older, feels like more of a grandmother figure, when I'm getting beef stew and dumplings. They're saying, come on, you can do this, girl. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you, Paula. And I hope that helps a little bit, but try not to get into that behaviour of staying in. Try and set yourself some small tasks.
That card links in perfectly with what Jane's just said as well. Awareness. The first line is live in the moment. So try not to let your past kind of like those thoughts about things that have happened, but also I'm feeling it's thoughts about your future as well. So just live in the moment. Try grounding yourself, Paula. If you've got skills in doing that, a really, really good way is to think about what you can smell, what you can hear, what you can see, and count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 things you can hear, 4 things you can smell or see, 3 things you can smell, and that brings you in the here and now. And they're good grounding techniques, just to be here and now. Don't let yourself go off into that place that causes so much concern for you. So yeah, awareness was your card, just being aware. And yeah, but live in the moment is the key phrase there.
She did put up that she gets sick going out.
Yeah.
So there is a form of agoraphobia. I did feel it was a form of agoraphobia starting. It's not totally there, but it's something she needs to do some work on.
Paula, yes, let's try and get some, even if it's people coming in, or you're just making those, if you've got like a friend, family, somebody that can just set a small goal, like Jane said. It might be that you've got a post box sort of 100 yards down the road. Start by trying to get out to that post box and just post a random letter to someone. It's like, it doesn't have to be massive. You don't have to do it when there's people around. You can do it sort of later or earlier, whatever. Just set a small goal, and then set that small goal a bit higher. And yeah, just try and find somebody that is going to be supportive of you, and just to help you with that.
I don't know if you have got a like a sisterly type figure around you as well, but it might be a friend that's more like a sister, but just to lean on them. Because when Jane was saying about the dumplings and things that she was, it was a female that I was sensing as well. So there is a female that you can lean on. So lean on them.
So I hope that helps, Paula. And there you got a reading without us having to wait for an answer. But I did feel she needed that.
And keep watching SPTV. There's lots of lovely shows, Paula, if you don't know already, and they're really like a family. People get involved with each other, have made friends through your comments, and it's got a lovely feel to it. So please do. Please do.
Lacey Reed has just said she understands anxiety and how it feels, and she's not alone. And no, I think that's the brilliant thing about SPTV, Polly. If Paula keeps watching, she will see that more and more people are watching this because of different things that are going on, not just because they've lost their loved ones, because they're dealing with lots of other stuff. So stay tuned in, Paula, because you'll find a great network of people and advice behind the scenes as well.
Like that from Maddie. Nature is so good for my anxiety. Absolutely. It's because you're grounding yourself as well. And nature is just phenomenal at making you feel alive. Just it's lovely.
Oh, okay. Maddie, apparently you got a reading yesterday. What show was it, Richard? It was with the mediumship
Easy
show,
for you to say.
which was last night, I believe, at 8 p.m. UK time. Apparently you were given a reading, but you weren't there, so they moved on. So is there anything, if she went back and watched that, she'd be able to see? Yeah. So if you go back and rewatch that, you'll be able to see that reading, Maddie. So Mr. Producer's just asked her to let you know that. See, he does pay attention, people. He's always on it. He's always watching.
On it.
Yeah. So what else have we got?
Tina Place.
Hey, Tina.
Outlander.
Can we just say well done to Tina Place, who went right out of her comfort zone last night and did a psychic supper with myself and many other well-known mediums.
Did she indeed?
Like me.
And the lovely Sarah Andrews.
Excuse me.
Sarah's better
Well
than me.
done, Tina.
I was a little bit threatened by Sarah. No, joke.
Don't.
Sarah is lovely. And by the way, Sarah gave me a lovely reading a few weeks back at a spiritual fair, and it was very, very good.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah, well done, Tina. You're awesome. You're amazing. So Outlander. Just
Is that a film?
It
is a film. It's a film.
What era?
I'm trying to remember.
Wore a lot of kilts, didn't they? So who knows? It's in Scottish. Yeah.
Was that what's his name? Mel.
The big guy. I'm going to say it's probably
not a film.
1500s, 1600s. There you go. 1700s in Scotland. So
chicken and dumplings are good, says Cassie Littlewood.
Food is just generally good in general, isn't it? Just that good food.
We like food. I only like it when people cook it for me, and no one ever does. Kathy says she loves nature, always feels aligned when in nature. I think I've said this before. You're either a beachy sea person or a nature person. We're very lucky where we live. We can get into the countryside quickly. We can get down to the sea. Well, I can because I can see the sea from my house. But it's what I always go, what mood I'm in. If I'm upset, I tend to go to the sea. But that is because water is your emotions, I suppose. So you are drawn to it. And I love a full moon over the sea as well. But that's usually when I'm doing the voodoo doll people. So
we went down to Hayling this morning with Chester, and he was in the sea, and the glistening of the sun. Oh, it was just beautiful. Oh, so nice. Oh, Hayling is a place not far from where I live. So it's on the south coast. So we're near Portsmouth, all of us that are working on Sunday Sofa. And so Hayling Island is a beautiful place. And Polly used to live there, didn't you, Paul?
I did. I lived there.
She used to live there, and I can see it right across the sea from my window.
And I used to wave at her. No, I didn't, because I didn't know her then.
Hi, Polly. She's a liar. Lizzie Bright, you thought you were Cleopatra in the last life. What do you ladies think, please? I'm not going to dispute that. No,
why not?
Because I actually think it was me. Actually, I am going to dispute it now. I don't see, like Polly said earlier, if a medium or somebody does connect to somebody famous or historical, I know people go, oh, really? But actually, they were still here as well. So someone's got to connect to them. So I would never dispute that. I'm a massive fan of Egyptian stuff. I actually have a picture of Cleopatra on a tatty old cloth that I bought in Egypt. I've also got a picture of Nefertiti's head. Again, one of this stuff that they sort of paint it on, and then I framed it, so it's very authentic. There is no reason why we can't believe, if we've had that strong connection, that we have been back in that era.
No, my comment earlier was because 7 in the same group.
Oh yeah, no, I know that was that. But Richard has had somebody else on this show. I think she did a Zoom back last year from America, and she talked privately about how she'd connected. Do you remember, Richard? It was private Zoom, wasn't it? It wasn't actually live on SPTV. It was a VIP show. she had connected to Elvis Presley, and a lot of people, when I tried to tell her after, scoffed at that. But some of the stuff she talked about wasn't necessarily stuff that was public, and she was very private about it as well. She didn't actually divulge anything too much. And ironically, some of that has actually just come out in the new Elvis film that I wasn't aware of, and I was an avid fan. So why couldn't she have spoke to Elvis Presley or Princess Diana or anybody else? So, you know, same as why, I mean, I've said before, I connected with Derek Acora, and I didn't even follow Derek Acora. So if you believe you're Cleopatra, why not?
I just pulled her a card, by the way. Oh, sorry, go for it, Sarah.
No, I was just going to say, Lizzie, maybe you could just share with us why you think, in a little nutshell, couple of sentences, why you think you were. Yeah, just share with us why.
Yeah, I just pulled a card. I've got foundation and achievements there. Lizzie, I keep going to call you Busy. Lizzie, basically with this card, it does feel like there's going to be something actually quite exciting coming up. I see a lot of learning for you as well. Are you doing something already that is on the sort of either mediumship, spiritual or healing under that umbrella? Because at the moment this card here is showing me, I know it sort of could be anything with that card, but I just see like achievements. It's like looking at what you've done, what you've made, let's say. I do see that there's going to be either a new place of work or a new place where you will be working. All right, so that could be something that you're hiring yourself, for example, or it could be something that is like an employment. But yeah, this is like saying good times are coming. All right, I also see a contract coming with you, which is going to be rather exciting as well. I definitely see you're looking forward, not backwards. So this is like new things, bit of a leap of faith, a bit of confidence needed with it, but just go for it. Because actually, Lizzie, when you do, it's like, even if you're sort of a bit nervous inside, you've got a very good persona. You're very good at putting over your points of view. You know, you think about things before you say it, which is good, but you also, when you do say it, you're very confident in it. This is saying just keep going at that, keep going forward, and definitely this new learning certificates that are going to be around you is going to be awesome for you, Lizzie.
Can I just say, I got Queen of Wands, which is quite apt for Cleopatra, because she was known to have lots of columns around her, fire, but she was also, if anyone knew this, she made her own makeup. She played around with her own stuff. And when I pulled that Queen of Wands, I feel that, Lizzie, are you doing some kind of, I'm not going to say it's trance, I don't feel it's trance, but I do think you're doing some kind of either overshadowment work, or you are actually working in regression, and that's why you're getting that connection to Cleopatra. That's what that card showed me, that you are actually picking that up in regression. But that card was quite ironic because it almost oozed out at me Cleopatra as well.
I was sensing healing as well, Lizzie. So I don't know if you are already a healer or if you're going into that sort of avenue. But I could sense like this anxiety around you. It didn't feel like it was you, it was someone, and you're helping them. So it's really, really good. Going back to what Jane said about Cleopatra making her own makeup, a really weird fact that was malachite, when it's in its raw form, which is a crystal, is highly poisonous, and she apparently used to make eyeliner from malachite crystal.
Really?
Yeah. So you just think, oh my goodness, not only was she making it with raw crystal that is poisonous, she was putting it on her eyes.
Yeah. And she bathed in milk, and she did something with almond oil, and I can't remember what it is now, but she, for a time, actually, she was creating stuff for that era that people would never have thought possible. So she actually was quite
ahead of her time.
She was a powerful woman, and we'll probably find out she's probably an ascended master. And that might explain why Lizzie's got the connection with her.
Maybe.
So, but I hope that helps, Lizzie. And if you are waving your wand around, watch where you're poking it in someone's eye.
Yeah, Lizzie. Yeah, anxiety in the family. Definitely that you're around them and you're helping them massively. So just carry on doing what you're doing, because you're being amazing for them. You collect as well. Yeah, fabulous.
Okay. Do you want to do adverts, Mr. P? He's gone. Okay, we're not going to do adverts today because you don't want to show them. Yeah, I was going to say that's probably another reason. So just to let you all know, especially anyone new that's tuned in today, because I know we've seen that come up a couple of times that people haven't watched us before, there will be no shows on tomorrow in respect of the Queen's funeral. So please remember that there will be no streaming at all tomorrow, and that's including the evening shows. Yes. Yeah. So join back on SPTV on Tuesday, and you will be able to see the shows that forgot what I was going to say. The shows that are ready for that on Tuesday. But yeah, so please remember tomorrow there will be no one streaming. You put me in Tuesday. So that because I can't. That's because he cancelled me. That's because I. It's Deb's going to say it's not me. So on Tuesday though, we'll have lovely Wendy Lindsay doing her crystal ball readings. We haven't got Wendy either. We ain't got Wendy. We ain't got me. I don't think Deb would like that. It's not just Deb Clark. So on Tuesday we were going to have Deb Clark on in the evening at 8 p.m. Yeah, he thought it was me, but I should have been on last week, people. But I had my surgery and I just couldn't do it. So yeah. Okay, who else have we got?
Hello, Martine. Sending strength to a friend. She lost her dad in recent passing. So send our love as well and our healing.
Lots of healing. Hello, lovely Joy.
Hello, Amy. Wendy Lindsay.
Wendy panicked.
You like me, Wendy. Never know if you're coming or going. Hi, Jeanette. I keep getting this like weird pause in my ear.
Hi, Kim. Dang, missed the notification you were on. Oh, Kim, never mind. You can always watch it back. You can listen to us rabbiting on in some weird way.
Yeah.
About 25 minutes.
If you need to get yourself off to sleep later on tonight, just play it back. So Keith, I can't say it. The Mayan calendar finishes this year. Do you know what? I was reading an article on that today, Keith, about the Mayan and how it changed and all that. It's quite fascinating, actually, isn't it? And I only just read that today, and I've actually screenshotted bits of it, so I can go back and reread it. But yeah, it does finish this year. And I think what I was reading, 25th of July, which is obviously past now, is a very powerful day in the Mayan calendar. Very powerful, by all accounts.
What reason? Do you know?
Remember why?
It just said it was powerful in their belief. So it's a bit like the 8th of the 8th is the Lion's Portal, isn't it? It's just dates that are set. Yeah. You know, why is Halloween? That sort of thing, isn't it? Emma Adams, did you enjoy Cornwall, Jane? Did you have good weather? I had reasonably good weather. I had one day of rain, but it was still warm, and then it disappeared, and we were on the beach that afternoon. So, but yes, I did enjoy it. It's the first time back in a good 20 years, I think. So it was nice. I had all my grandchildren with me. So I came back looking 10 years older and feeling very exhausted. But yeah, it was nice to see Tintagel again because there is something quite mystical about it, even if it is only ruins. Yeah. I just couldn't see Merlin's
And the new bridge
cave.
they've made now,
I didn't walk it.
It's just incredible.
I
can imagine, because coming back up that hill, although you can get in a car, a Jeep.
I did get in the Jeep. I had to get in the Jeep to go back.
I'm not surprised. I walked
I did well considering with my leg. I mean, obviously I couldn't do it now because I've just had surgery on it again, but I physically couldn't even. It wasn't the leg. I was literally out of breath. I could not physically walk back up that hill. I could not breathe. So were many others much younger than me doing the same thing. So I waited for the Range Rover, and the very kind man dropped me back.
Oh, with a defibrillator.
No, Once I was sat in the front of the Jeep. I got the front row seat because obviously of my leg, he let me sit in the front with him. And once I got in there, I got my breath back. And you know what I'm like, I chatted for England to him all the way back.
He pushed you out.
Yeah, he did. He went, get out. Next time you can walk.
Roll back right down.
Kathy
Kathy
Littlewood, I love that. I believe I was a milkmaid in Ireland. Laugh out loud. Why are you laughing out loud? Why not?
Yeah.
Someone was a milkmaid. I love that. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
And tell us why. Why?
Stay Shaw said she felt a strong bond with Cinderella. I know she's a fictional character, but I believe I have a connection with a girl from that era with that and had the same life that was written for Cinders. Yeah, and that would definitely be
workers,
yeah, definitely. I mean, one of my other regressions, I was on a table in Scandinavia being a few of mine I kept getting killed in, actually. It's not good.
What you were going to say, Jane?
Well, I was literally on a table like, you know, when they put you out like the man from Aquarius, and my hands and legs pulled out, and they were stapled to the table, and I was left there to die. It was a kind of ritual for a witch, and I had long red auburn curly hair, and I was wearing very poor peasant clothes. And I was in a little cottage, and while I laid on the table, I could see the mountains, the pine needle trees and all that, and like smoke coming out, and it was Scandinavia. Amazing. And when I did my DNA, I actually have got Viking DNA in me. So there you go.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, what we've got, what we do have in us. Yeah, amazing.
There was just the message before, the comment before Emma Adams. What was that? Sorry, Mr. Producer. I started reading it. It disappeared.
I'll read out Emma's while we're waiting to see if Richard can find it. So Emma says, I'm fascinated with Ireland, never been, would love to go, and told I have connections spiritually there. In Ireland, I'm very lucky I've been to the south of Ireland, and it is so magical. It's so gorgeous.
I haven't been. But when my DNA, I'm
stunning.
40% Irish. It's actually my strongest nationality. I hardly got an English in me, and yet this is where I was born.
I know, it's mad.
I'm mad. I'm 40% Irish, I'm 38% Scottish, and then I'm Scandinavian and a small part of Northern Europe and England and Wales. How mad's that?
It is.
So there you go.
I'd love to find out. I must do it sometime.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Go on then, Polly.
Right, we have sadly come to the end of our show, and myself, Jane Morton, and Sarah Andrews, will be back in 2 weeks' time.
I won't be, Polly.
But she won't be there, but she will be the next time.
Yeah.
Sarah will be there the time after that. And we'll look forward to seeing you then, Sarah. But yeah, there'll be myself and Jane in 2 weeks' time at 4:00. And any new people that have been on and enjoyed the show today, please do come back and please share us around. Lovely
so
again.
To speak.
Lovely again to share.
Like a box of chocolates.
Keep on giving.
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll
take care, everybody.
Lots of love and take care.
Bye.